Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a really special one. This is one that I've always wanted to try. It's really crazy that I haven't tried it. This is DDH Juicy Bits from Weldwerks from Colorado. Neil Fisher, formerly was one of the judges that worked for Craft Beer and Brewing, great palate, and opened up a brewery. And Greenlee, Colorado. This is considered one of the best New England IPAs, by the way. You should be a little bit more excited than that.
I am just very tired.
We're both very tired.
Amelia's teething. It's not been fun.
6.7%. You feel her teeth come out?
Not yet. She went to bed super early tonight, so I'm expecting to be up super early in the morning.
Probably not. The beer comes in, actually not so, it's pretty hazy, medium plus haze, not super opaque. Beautiful, like bright orange juice, kind of light gold color to it, right? Very nice looking beer. It's also hopped with Citra Mosaic Eldorado, and it's DDH version, so it's not regular a Juicy Bits. Let's get the aroma.
Having fun watching the heads.
By the way, really crazy that we can actually get this in. Oh, when did you get that fresh? This is canned 2 months ago. Oh.
I mean, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Jesus Christ.
You want to reshoot?
No, it's fine. They'll just see how big I am sometimes.
Sometimes.
With my ridiculous swirl. Not the most explosive aroma, but it's quite hoppy, right?
Yeah.
It's mangoes, pineapple. It's a standard kind of like familiar aroma. A little bit of like light wheat cracker or something like that in there. A little bit of malt shows through.
I almost get some kind of like candy thing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sweetness in there, so it's like almost like a.
I'm trying to.
Kind of stone fruit. Or...
Oh, orange starburst.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Underneath is some orange starburst. Up there, it's a little bit more pure.
I smell more orange starburst than anything right now. But...
I get that's actually a pretty good note about this beer. A lot of like concentrated candy kind of thing. It's a balanced New England IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe the fact that it was canned 2 months ago might actually work in its favor here, because I feel like the flavors maybe had a little bit more time to mature.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have any of that green thing, so I think it would have been more ripe and fruity. Fresh, maybe?
No, I'm pleased with this. I think we've had enough green New England styles lately.
Yeah. I don't think it would have been green. I think it also... You mean like green hoppy character, like astringent thing?
Yeah, no, I think that this is kind of, it's matured nicely, you know.
Nice and pretty beer. Again, people ask like, what does balance mean? Well, this one's not too much over your punch you in the face kind of juicy notes, right? It tastes like a can of fruit juice. Malts are not that obvious, so it is doing an IPA. Dries out quite nicely. Not too much of that like green hop thing that punches you in the face. It's all just like quite leveled off, but with just like really good New England flavors. It's nothing that's going to like drive you nuts. Like, oh my god, this tastes like fruits in a glass. But
right, yeah, no, this is I think this is really good. It's kind of got like that ripe pineapple thing going on, some very ripe orange. I mean, all the fruit flavors that I'm getting are very ripe, you know, and I think that kind of works for something called Juicy Bits, because riper fruits tend to be pretty juicy. Yeah. You know, like...
What are final impressions of rating on this one?
I mean, I can definitely see the hype on this, like why, why it was such a big deal.
It's so drinkable. This is 6.7%. It drinks like almost a New England pale now.
But at the same time, like, I think I've had some better New England style
Hey,
IPAs.
We just crushed some
really good ones.
In last not even today, but the last reviews, we crushed some silly beers.
But I think this is really good. Really good. It'd be kind of cool if we had like maybe a fresh sample to work with too, just to kind of compare. Like, I am a little bit curious as to what it would have tasted like.
2 weeks.
2 weeks after canning versus two months after canning.
Yeah.
I think my rating on this one, I'm gonna go with a.
Then again, I did wait a week, so it's really ideally should have been some weeks, but whatever.
I'm gonna go with a 90. Say 94.
Sure. This for me, again, I didn't want to disparage beer by saying it like, like didn't excite. It's a great, I'd argue, world class version of New England IPA. Doesn't punch in the face, doesn't have too many edges to it. Has a great note of what you're talking about, the orange starburst, but also like really fresh navel orange notes to it. Bright tart. Pineapple drives on this beer. A little bit of kind of weedy, oaty kind of like adjunct kind of middle to it. Devoid of all flavors on the back end. Super crushable. People talk about like how like, and I talk about how like these New England IPAs can a lot of times not be like drinkable beers. This is drinkable as all hell, and actually it's great that this is inspired by Treehouse. So I think the Treehouse beers are great tasting notes in it, and this one's a little bit different because it doesn't really quite have the ester profile. Obviously, I assume they're using a different yeast or something like that, but I think it's really well executed. This one for me gets a somewhere around 96. Nah, maybe I'll give it a 97. Fine, I'll give it a 97.
Okay.
I think that's, this is just a little or a good amount hair above, or a good amount above the shelfy New Englands that I reviewed, but not as like crazy as some of the other New Englands that we have from, some some of those one of those other half beers is insane. The Treehouse beers are not quite there with this one. So this beer is not quite there with those. Very impressive. 97. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Let me know what you think about Weldwerks Juicy Bits. What do you think about DDH Juicy Bits? Later. Cheers.